Stop what you're doing, because if you are an employment-based immigrant waiting for your green card, the March 2026 Visa Bulletin just changed everything for you. The EB-2 category has gone current for most countries, and that means you may be able to file your green card application right now. This affects hundreds of thousands of skilled workers, professionals, and advanced degree holders around the world. But here's the catch. This window may not stay open forever. Stay with us until the very end of this video. We are going to break down exactly what happened, who qualifies, what you need to do today, and what risks you should watch out for. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Global Immigration Scope, your trusted source for accurate, up-to-date immigration news from around the world. Each month, the U.S. Department of State releases what is known as the Visa Bulletin, an official document that controls when employment-based and family-sponsored immigrants can move forward with their green card applications. The March 2026 Visa Bulletin has just been released, and it contains one of the most significant movements we have seen in recent months for employment-based immigrants, particularly those in the EB-2 category. Everything we are sharing today is based on the official U.S. Department of State Visa Bulletin for March 2026, as well as official guidance from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, also known as USCIS. Now let's talk about exactly what happened. So, what exactly changed in the March 2026 Visa Bulletin? The headline news is this. The EB-2 dates for filing category has become current in March for all countries except India and China. Fragamen now, for those of you who are new to immigration terminology, let me explain what current means in simple terms. Every month, the Visa Bulletin publishes what is called a priority date for each visa category and country. If your priority date is earlier than that cutoff date, you are eligible to move forward. But when a category goes current, that means there is no cutoff date. Any approved applicant, regardless of their priority date, can now file. Think of it like a door that was locked for years, and it just swung wide open. The March 2026 Visa Bulletin moved the EB-2 category to current for rest of the world, Mexico, and the Philippines on the dates for filing chart, Colombo and Hurd. Why did this happen? The State Department noted that the issuance rates of immigrant visas for individuals from specific countries have decreased due to various actions implemented by the current administration. As a result, to allocate visas within the annual legal limits, the dates for filing have been advanced across multiple immigrant visa categories. Fragamen. In other words, because fewer visas are being issued to certain nationalities right now, there are more visa numbers available for everyone else, and the government is using this opportunity to allow more people to file. When does this take effect? This is in effect right now, for the entire month of March 2026. USCIS has confirmed that for all employment-based preference categories, applicants must use the dates for filing chart in the March 2026 Visa Bulletin. USCIS. Now let's break down all the key numbers and categories so you know exactly where you stand. EB-2. Dates for filing chart. All countries except India and China are now current. India has advanced by 11 months to November 1, 2014. China remains unchanged at January 1, 2022. Fragamen. So, if you are from any country other than India or China, and you have an approved EB-2 petition, you can file your I-485 Adjustment of Status application this month, regardless of your priority date. If you are from India, this is still great news. An 11-month jump in a single month is significant progress. If you are from China, unfortunately, there is no movement this month in the EB-2 category. EB-2, Final Action Dates Chart, when your green card can actually be approved. In the EB-2 Final Action Dates, all countries except China and India have advanced by 6.5 months to October 15, 2024. India advances only 2 months to September 15, 2013. Visa Lawyer Blog. Remember, the final action date is different from the filing date. Being current to file does not mean your green card gets approved immediately, but filing now protects your place in line and gives you major benefits while you wait. EB-1 updates. EB-1 cutoff dates remain current for the rest of the world, Mexico, and the Philippines. EB-1 India and China both advance 4 months to December 1, 2023. TAN's Law, EB-3. Updates. For EB-3, the Philippines advances to January 1, 2024, and all other countries advance by more than 3 months to January 15, 2024. China and India see no movement. Ogletree EB-4, religious workers. Big surprise. The EB-4 category for religious workers is now available with a cutoff date of July 15, 2021 in the final action chart, and January 1, 2023 in the dates for filing chart. Visa Lawyer blog. This category was listed as unavailable just last month, so this is a major development for religious workers. What does USCIS say? USCIS has been using the dates for filing chart for 5 consecutive months, since October 2025. This reflects USCIS's assessment that sufficient visa numbers exist to absorb additional filings. Colombo and Hurd. Alright, so what does all of this actually mean for you? If you are from rest of world, Mexico or Philippines, in EB-2, this is your moment. If you have an approved I-140 petition and you are inside the United States, you should seriously consider filing your I-485 immediately. Filing your I-485 can also allow you to apply for employment authorization, known as an EAD, and advance parole, which lets you travel internationally, while your green card is pending. Gozella. Those are huge benefits, especially if your current work visa has limitations. What about people outside the United States? Here is a very important warning. For nationals of affected countries who are processing through a U.S. consulate abroad, the March Bulletin's favorable dates offer no near-term relief. Even a current priority date cannot produce an immigrant visa while certain administrative pauses are in effect. Interviews may still be scheduled, but no visa will be issued. That population is effectively frozen. Colombo and Hurd. So if you are abroad and your country is subject to an immigrant visa processing pause, these favorable dates may not help you right now through the consular route. But the situation is materially different for paused country nationals who are already present in the United States on valid non-immigrant status. USCIS has not issued a corresponding halt on adjustment of status adjudications. Individuals from affected countries who are in the U.S. and otherwise eligible may still file an I-485, and those applications continue to be accepted and adjudicated, though additional scrutiny may extend processing timelines. Colombo and Hurd. The retrogression risk. This is perhaps the most critical warning we can give you today. The March 2026 Visa Bulletin itself states, as additional immigrant visa demand materializes or administration actions are amended, retrogression may be necessary later in the fiscal year to keep issuances within annual limits. Morgan Lewis. Retrogression means the dates could go backward. If you miss this window and dates retrogress, you could be locked out again, potentially for months or even years. Now let's put on our expert analyst hat and talk about what comes next. The reason EB-2 went current for most countries is directly tied to the current administration's slowdown in immigrant visa issuances for certain nationalities. When visas are not being used for one group, they become available for others under U.S. immigration law. This is a mathematical reallocation, not a permanent policy change. This is the 5th consecutive month that USCIS has chosen to use the dates for filing chart, which reflects the fact that USCIS is encouraging adjustment of status filings. The volume of such filings may have been less than anticipated in recent months. TAN's Law. However, and this is important, the State Department notes that this advancement is in part due to the immigrant visa processing pause on certain nationalities. And if the administration's policies shift, retrogression may be necessary later in the fiscal year to bring issuances within annual limits. Ogletree. The U.S. fiscal year ends on September 30, 2026. Between now and then, we could see significant shifts, either continued forward movement if processing pauses continue, or sudden retrogression if demand picks up or policies change. Our expert analysis. Do not wait. The window is open. If you qualify, use it now. Immigration attorneys and USCIS case officers often say the same thing. A filed application is far safer than an unfiled one. The broader immigration environment in 2026 remains highly unpredictable, with executive actions, policy changes, and global demand all playing a role. Staying informed every single month through trusted sources like this channel is the most powerful tool you have. Let's do a quick recap before we close. The March 2026 Visa Bulletin has brought a major breakthrough. EB-2 is now current for all countries except India and China in the dates for filing chart. USCIS has confirmed it will use this chart for March. India also sees a significant 11-month advance. Applicants inside the U.S. who qualify should seriously consider filing their I-485 this month, along with their EAD and advance parole applications. However, be aware of the retrogression warning in the bulletin itself, and if you are outside the U.S. in a country affected by visa processing pauses, consult with an immigration attorney about your specific situation. As always, immigration law is complex and individual circumstances matter. Nothing in this video constitutes legal advice. Please consult a qualified immigration attorney before taking any action. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so that more people can access accurate, timely immigration information. Drop your questions in the comments below. We read every single one. Thank you for watching Global Immigration Scope. Stay informed and subscribe for the latest immigration news and visa updates from around the world.